Hello friends, what's up guys? So I know that I haven't posted a video in like 2 weeks. I know my goal was 1 video a week. It got a little crazy. I talk about it a little bit during the video, but I'm here, I'm back, and we're back to our regular programming of 1 video a week. I love how this look turned out so much, guys. Like, it is just so fall, it's so vampy. I mean, it doesn't have to be fall and vamp just because I put this lip on. You could totally do this with like a red lip or a nude lip. Like this eye look kind of works with a lot of stuff, like a lot. And I love like the kind of cherry warm tones. I was just really happy with how this look came out. You know that everything that I've been doing lately has been like very neutral. So this for me was like really fun and exciting, and I was really happy with how it came out. So you guys know, in this video, I'm gonna be showing a tutorial slash first impression using the Friendcation palette, which as you can see, we all know what it looks like. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful. Spoiler alert, I love it. You know, who doesn't, who hasn't liked this palette, let's be honest. And I'm also going to be showing you guys the Chasing the Sun highlight from their collection. I didn't get any of the lip colors from their new collection just because they were pretty much all nudes, and when I went to the store, I kind of got a little overwhelmed. I was like, oh my god, they're all nudes, they're all beautiful. Which one do I like? Which one do I not really need? I wasn't sure, and I was like, you know what, do you even need any more nude lipsticks? Like, no, you have enough nude lipsticks, just don't get any of the lippies. So I didn't get any of the lippies. So if you wanna see a tutorial slash first impressions on those 2 products, then please just go ahead and keep on watching. So I changed into like just like a comfy robe because that shirt that I was wearing before was so uncomfortable while I was doing my makeup. So you'll see that shirt again at the end of the video. But I already did one eye off camera, as you can see, and I am like digging this. I am so, woo! I'm really liking this right now. I'm really excited. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit more so you can really see my eyes and you can see how I created this. Okay, so now that you are more zoomed in and you can see better, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna go into the gorgeous Friendcation palette, which I'm so excited about. So when I first looked at this palette, I actually tried to highlight my brow bone with this color right here. This one's called Basic, right? Yes, Basic. So I went in with the color Basic to try to highlight my brow bone because it looked really, really, really light in the pan. It's not light at all. It's like peach. So I was like, real quick, I was like, oh, that's not gonna work. So I took a nice fluffy brush. I'm gonna go in right here to Basic. I'm just going to put this through my crease, guys, how I always do. I'm gonna put it right in here, starting on this inner part. And just dragging it out. And kind of flicking it out a little bit. And the shade is like super duper duper buildable. Like, when you first put it down, it doesn't look like much, but if you keep building on top of it, it builds up to the nicest, like softest, kind of like peachy shade. It's so pretty. I love it. It's like one of those colors that's really good to go back when your makeup is done and just blend out the edges to make sure everything is super, super, super seamless, because it's such a soft color. So now I've got like a nice soft base laid down, and we have something to blend everything else into. So now I'm gonna pick up my Morphe M518, which is like a nice little fluffy brush. It's just a little bit more dense than the brush that I was just using. And I'm gonna go into the color Girl Bye, which is this really pretty, kind of like reddened brown color, because I wanna keep it kind of like pinky. I wanna stay in those tones. So these colors are super pigmented, so you guys know. Like, I went to go use this and I was like, whoa, this is really, it's really pigmented, but they blend super nicely and super easily. So you see how pigmented that is? So you saw that I blended that first color up close to my brow. I'm not gonna do that with this color. I'm kind of going for like a little bit of a different look and a little bit of a different eye shape today. I just want a lot of definition in the crease, and I don't know, I just want a strong crease today, guys. I'm just in the mood for a strong crease. So I'm actually following my natural crease while I do this. Obviously flicking it out on the outer edge. So now I'm just kind of like wiping my brush off on my hand to make sure there's no excess product on it. And I'm just gonna very lightly buff the edges of this to blend it into that first color that we used. But you never want to pick up more product when you do this, because then you'll lose that first color. You'll just cover it with this shade, and we don't want to do that. I just want this to be nice and blended. I always like to start with my eyeshadow a little bit softer, and then after, if I want more definition, I'll go in with a smaller brush and like add the definition where I need it. But it's always easier to add more product than to take product off. So I think that's a pretty good base we've got going there. You see how today my eye Not that like, I mean, I still have kind of like that lifted effect because I did blend that first color up here, but I'm definitely doing a little bit more of a round-eyed look, not such a like elongated like cat eye type look like what I normally do. I don't know, this is just what I was in the mood for today. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. So now I'm gonna go into this gorgeous brown color right here called Chains. And again, this is another color, like I'm looking at it here on my viewfinder and it looks so much lighter on camera than it actually is in person. This is so dark, this color, and it's super, super pigmented. So I'm picking up a Morphe M433. You guys know I love this brush. And I'm just gonna start stamping this on the outer edge of my eye. So I'm just putting this here on the outer edge of my eye. And then I'm gonna blend it into the crease and blending it through the crease so that it looks nice and blended and it's not just like stopping in a random place right here. I'm just kind of pulling the shadow that's already there. I'm not adding more shadow. And I'm gonna do the same thing now when I flick it out. Like I'm taking the shadow and blending it into like the shape that I want. I'm not stamping the shadow in the shape. Does that kind of make sense to you guys? I'm just gonna keep building this up until it is to where I want it to be. And I know it's looking really messy here on the outer edge, but that's fine. We're gonna clean this up after. So now I'm gonna go back in with the color Girl Bye, and I'm just using that same brush and I'm just gonna buff the edges of what I just did with the brown to make sure that it's nice and blended. I'm always doing that. I'm always going back and forth between my brushes and the colors just to make sure that the blend is super nice. And then I'm going back in with the color Basic and my first brush, and I'm gonna go along all the edges of everything that I've done to once again make sure everything is nice and blended together. So now I'm gonna use my finger first and then I'm gonna use a brush after, but I'm gonna go into this gorgeous, beautiful color right here, which is called Try Me. Bitch, try me. And I'm sorry that I'm using my middle finger for this. The other day when I was filming with Ulta the other day, and they were like, okay, you can't use your middle finger when you do stuff, but it's just like, I feel like this is the perfect finger. Like I feel like my ring finger is too soft. Like I don't have enough strength in this finger, but this one's the perfect amount of strength. I don't know. I just like to do things with my middle finger, and they're like, it looks so bad, so you're flicking people off. I'm like, I'm not flicking anybody off, I swear. Please look at that. Look at that pigment. Like it's crazy. And it's super reflective, it's super metallic, like it really does look wet. But like what I love about it is because you know I'm really picky about shadows, like these like really foiled shadows. I don't like when you have a foiled shadow that is so foiled that or like so creamy that it like sits inside of the creases of your eye and it makes your eye look wrinkly. I hate that, but these don't do that. Like they have that crazy metallic look, but without giving you the wrinkly eye effect that I hate so much. It's like a pet peeve that I have with these really crazy foiled metallic shadows, which is why I don't use them that often, because I'm like, I don't want my eye to look old and cracky, you know? So now I'm going in with this little brush from BH Cosmetics and I'm just getting into the areas that I couldn't really reach with my finger. Like using whatever's left over. Okay, that didn't happen. Using whatever's left over on the brush, I'm kind of just like buffing this into the brown on the outer edge so it kind of blends nicely together. I'm gonna pick up some of that same shade on this brush and I'm just gonna wet it a little bit. And I'm gonna use this wet product to kind of like mimic cutting my crease. I should have actually cut my crease when I did this. Like now looking at it, I should have cut my crease when I did this eye, and I purposely didn't cut my crease or put an eyeshadow base down because I wanted to see how these eyeshadows performed all on their own. So now I'm going into the color right here, Just a Kiss. Oh my god, guys, this color. I did use my finger when I did this, and I just very lightly tapped this color all the way across the lid. I'm not really packing it on. I'm kind of just like tapping it just to give like a light reflect to the eye. Guys, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this is the most reflective. It looks like little pieces of glass. Like it's so shiny and reflective and beautiful. And then to just kind of get into this little inner corner that I couldn't get into with my finger, I'm using my brush, and I'm gonna use the brush to kind of get into like those edges. But I'm just very lightly tapping. This is so gorgeous. This Just a Kiss. Wow. Wow. I am like so impressed with this palette. I have not been this impressed with a formula of an eyeshadow in this long. Like these are just I think these might be some of the most beautiful shimmer shadows that I've ever used in my entire life out of anything. They're just, the formula is amazing. It's like a dry, reflective, wet looking formula. I don't even know how to describe it. It's amazing. So now I'm gonna go back into this color right here, into Girl Bye. I'm using a tiny little brush. This is a Morphe M507. This is what I was talking about, that I like to add a little bit more definition after. So what I did on this eye is I took this little brush and I just went along the edges of where that shimmer shadow ends with this color to just add more definition. You see how that just defines it a little bit more? And then I'm gonna take just the tiniest little bit of Cheens, which was the dark brown color, on my Morphe M433 brush, and I'm just gonna kind of make sure that this is nice and blended on the outer edge here. Okay, so if you've been watching my live feed that I do on Instagram all the time, which if you don't, you should. I do a lot of live feeds. I was saying it the other day, I know I haven't posted a video like in 2 weeks. I got a little caught up. I haven't talked to you guys. I haven't been here on YouTube in a while. So I did end up doing a holiday photo shoot with Ulta, which was like super, super, super cool. That wasn't last week, it was the week before. But it was kind of a last minute thing. It kind of caught me off guard. I had planned to film and upload that week, and then I just, nothing. The Ulta shoot kind of got me. It was a 2-day thing, and I didn't have time to film, edit, and upload, so that's why the video didn't go up that week. And then last week, well, this past weekend I was in Boston, and I was really busy with work. A lot of people, I don't know, I just had a busy week of work, and my extra time kind of got spent shopping, packing, doing last minute things, just leaving everything in order. I know it was just a weekend, but you know how that gets before you leave on vacation. It gets a little crazy. So that's why I haven't uploaded in like 2 weeks, but you guys know my goal has been to upload once a week here on YouTube. But because I hadn't uploaded in 2 weeks, I did quite a few live feeds over the last 2 weeks. I did like maybe 3 or 4 live feeds because I hadn't been uploading to YouTube. And I did like a big haul of a bunch of new makeup that I had gotten. And one of the things that I had gotten was the Voluminous Lash Paradise liquid eyeliner in the color Rose Gold. And I still haven't used it. Like, I just used it for the first time here in this video, and like, look at this rose gold wing. I am living my best motherfucking life right now. I am so in love with this, guys. Like, what a fun little like subtle pop of like, you know? And actually, I was a little concerned about this applicator. I was talking about it again in my live feed, and I was a little concerned about the applicator because I was like, I don't know how this little applicator is gonna work. I usually use like a brush with like a really sharp edge to do this, but I used this applicator to do this, to test it out, and honestly, it really wasn't that bad. It was pretty easy to use. Like, I can totally do it. So now I'm just gonna draw like an angled line right here and then connect everything. That's how I always do my winged liner. Let's see where the edge is. And the reason why this brush works, like, as you can see, it's really not a very sharp edge, and it's kind of hard to see because I know this liner is not very dark. It's not like a black liner. It's kind of like a soft, subtle, just like hint of liner, so you can't see it super good. But if you ever mess up the bottom line, like this bottom piece down here of your eyeliner, it's not a big deal, because if you haven't done your face makeup yet, that's how I got this so sharp. I just cleaned it with a little bit of micellar water and a cotton round, which I'll show you guys now how I did that. So don't stress that bottom piece so much. What you have to make sure is nice and sharp is the top piece, because we can't clean the top piece, you know? So I'm just gonna connect everything now. I'm sorry, I cannot do my eyeliner and talk at the same time. So I'm now going to stop talking and connect my eyeliner. So I'm gonna use actually the same little cotton round that I used on this side. I just like to fold it in half. There's already micellar water on this. And I will just clean up this edge so I have that nice, sharp, what's up? Hi. Because I kind of messily picked up my hair because it was in the way while I was doing my face makeup. But I did my face makeup, I did my eyebrows, and I actually kind of messed up, guys. I set like this whole area of my face with the Laura Mercier translucent glow powder, because it's just like a habit. Like, I've been doing that every time I do my makeup. So I have like a little bit of a slight glow happening. It's nothing too intense, it's very light, but I didn't want to use it. I told myself I'm not gonna use it because I wanna see how the highlight works on its own without anything underneath, but it's too late. We've put the light glow, so keep that in mind. For foundation, I use the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation. I'm in the color Chai, and it matches me pretty good. And then I use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I've been obsessed with this. I've been loving it. If you've been watching my live feeds, you know that this little combo right now is like life for me. I have the concealer in the color C7. It does oxidize a little bit because like the first time I used this, I put it on and I was like, wow, that looks really light. But once I blended it out, I realized that it got like a little bit darker. So keep that in mind if you're gonna get this, if you're gonna purchase this concealer, that it does oxidize a touch. So I'm gonna pick up my little pencil brush from Morphe. This is the R41 brush. I'm gonna go in first with Girl by this gorgeous color. And I'm just gonna smoke out my whole lower lash line. You can see how pigmented this color is. So I'm keeping it pretty close to the lash line, as you can see. And then I'm just gonna kind of like clean off my brush a little bit. And then I'm gonna blend it down a little bit lower. So now I'm gonna go with a little flat shader brush and I'm gonna go into this color right here, which is called Chains. And I'm gonna just keep this really close to the lash line. I am gonna take it, I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna just keep this on the outer half of the eye. Right over here. Going into the Try Me color, right here. And I'm gonna put this in this, in this little area right here to meet where the brown starts. Just to add a little something, you know. I'm gonna take a little bit of Just a Kiss on that same little brush, and I'm gonna put this right on top of the red shadow we put down here. Just cause. So now to highlight my inner corners, I'm gonna take a little bit of Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive Highlight. You guys know this is my favorite thing to highlight my inner corners with, because it's super bright and beaming. Look at that. And then I'm gonna put some right here underneath the highest point of the arch of my eyebrow. I really need to do my brows. So now I'm gonna put on some lashes, and I'm actually gonna try out these new ones. I've had these since like last week and I just haven't tried them. These are the Kiss Lash Couture 5th Avenue Collection lashes in the style Grandeur. They kind of reminded me of Iconics. That's why I grabbed these. Okay, so now that's there. Looking good. I like these lashes. They look really pretty. Nice, spiky, fun, exciting, like this eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a little bit of the number 77 gel liner from Inglot on a little brush, just like a little angled brush. I don't know, I just feel like the lashes don't blend good unless you do this sometimes, like when they're really thick and black like these. So now that the lashes are on, last thing that I'm gonna do to my eyes besides mascara, because I always do my mascara after I set my face, like the last thing I do, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of white eyeliner. This is the one from ColourPop. I don't even know what it's called. Like, this thing is destroyed. Sometimes when you wear red eyeshadows under your eyes, it can make you look like sick. So when you put the white liner, it kind of just brightens it up and just kind of gives you life again and adds like a little bit of light and a little bit of health to your sick look. So now we're gonna test out the one other product that I got from the collection, which is the highlight in the color Chasing the Sun. I love, like, look at my meat. I know that everyone's all about Fuego and everyone loves Fuego highlight. I like it, but there's other highlights that are that tone that I like better. Look at my Mírame. I am obsessed with my Mírame highlight, but I got so excited when I saw this because this is like the tone of Mírame, like it's the same depth as Mírame, but it's way more golden and bronzy. So I was like, oh my God, this might become my new Mírame. I'm so excited about this. Okay, so I'm taking my Morphe M500, my nice big fluffy highlighting brush. I'm just gonna go into this, so let's go. Wow, guys, this is beautiful. Here's this side, hey, and then this is the side with just the Laura Mercier. So you can see the difference. Gonna be on right now. I'm loving the color and the tones, but it is kind of accentuating a little bit of the texture on my skin, which I am not obviously happy about. I think it's just the formula. This is like a very, very, very beaming highlight. So it might not be made for like an all over glow like this. It might just be made to spot glow, which is why it might be accentuating the texture on my face a little bit. Because I'm gonna just take my beauty sponge and use the clean side of it. This side's pretty clean. And I'm just gonna press this into the skin to kind of like melt it in. This is like very slightly damp. Just gonna. So now I'm gonna take Fuego, which you can see I have not used as much as Mírame, but still really like it. And I'm gonna use my Morphe M510. And I'm just gonna put this on the very, very, very highest points of my face, kind of just like bring it all together. So like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I did not get any of the new lip products from the collection from round 2, just because they were all nudes, and don't get me wrong, they were all beautiful. They're all such pretty colors. And actually, I watched Kathleen Lights' video, her review last night of this whole collection, and I might go get some of those lip colors because they look so pretty. But when I went to the store, I didn't get any of them because I was like, I have so many nudes at home, and I was like, do I really need this? No, I don't need any more nudes, so I didn't get them. If I do end up getting them, I'm sure I'll talk about it on my Instagram story. But for right now, I don't have them. So I'm gonna use one of the 2 colors from their round 1 collection. So we have Sauvage and we have Hot Fire. I don't know, I feel like with this eye look, we could totally do Sauvage, but we could also do Hot Fire. Ooh. I don't know what to do, guys. Let's do Hot Fire, yeah? Oh. The universe wants me to use Sauvage. Big epic. We're gonna go for Sauvage. Whew. This is so vampy and like so fall. I haven't done anything even fall related, so. Okay, so now to set my face, as I always do, I'm gonna use my Milani Make It Last setting spray. And then I'm gonna put my Morphe Continuous setting spray right on top. And once that dries down a little bit, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. Okay, so I changed into my top. Remember, I couldn't film with this because when I move, it goes like this. So it's really uncomfortable. That's why I had changed before I started filming. So I changed into my top, threw on some earrings. These earrings are from Forever 21. And this sweater, honestly, I don't even know where this sweater's from. It's super cute though. It has like these nice big sleeves. My mom got this for me. I don't know where she got it from, to be 100% honest. I think it's like some boutique that she goes to. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of Chasing the Sun, and I'm gonna pick some of this up and do a little body highlighting. So let's get the hair out of the way. So let me get a mirror. I'm just gonna like kind of stick my collarbones out like this and just put this just like that. Ooh, it looks so pretty. Wow, for body glow, this is like, oh my God. And then I'll put some on my shoulders. So let's see. Wow, this is amazing for a body highlight, guys. Like, wow. Oh my God, wow. I always hate doing this side. It's like so weird for me. And then if you want to just amp it up a little bit more, which I always do this when I put body glow on, it's like a nice little trick. You guys know this Pixie Glow Mist that I love so much. I just spritz this over where I put the body glow. And it just really gives it even more life, because since it has oil in it, it kind of just gives you a nice little boost. So let's let this dry. So that is it, guys. This is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was kind of like a review slash first impression because I really hadn't used this stuff. I had swatched it, but I hadn't actually used it on my eyes. And I was so, I mean, I was excited about the palette. I figured that I was gonna love it, but I love it so much more than I thought I was going to. I am so impressed with all of these shimmer shades. I mean, I only use these 2, but I cannot wait to like dig into this one right here. This like blue black, like how beautiful is that? But the shimmers, again, like I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but they are so reflective in person. Like I've never seen a shadow with such a dry formula be this reflective. Does that kind of make sense to you guys? Because normally really metallic shadows kind of have like a wet consistency to them. And I feel like that's when they kind of sink into the creases of your eyes and they look thick and they just don't, I just don't like how they look. But this is literally like a dry shadow, but the reflect, it looks wet. It's incredible. I am so impressed. The mattes were super pigmented, super easy to blend. I loved all the colors. This brown is, it's really hard to find like a really nice deep brown. This brown, amazing. I love it, love it. And I love the first color, Basic. Such a nice color to blend out edges with. So the palette is a 500 billion% yes for me. Like if you're somebody that's really into eyeshadows, you like really reflective shadows, I would say go for it. As for the highlight, the Chasing the Sun highlight, on my face, once I took my beauty blender and kind of just pressed the highlight into my skin, it really melted into my skin and it stopped accentuating my texture so much. Right when I applied it, I felt like it was really accentuating my texture. But like I said, once I got my sponge and kind of pressed it in, and after I put the setting spray, it's not accentuating my texture at all anymore, at all, not even a little bit. I actually think it looks really, really, really nice. And you guys just saw me apply it all over my body. I mean, look at this glow. Now, this is a little bit deeper. It works perfect on my skin tone. But if you're a little bit more fair, I don't know how well it's gonna work on you. This is very, very, very bronze. It's very, very, very golden. So if you're not like, you don't have like a bronzy kind of golden undertone, I don't know how this is gonna work on you if you're more on the fair side, you know what I'm saying? But that is really it, guys. If there's any other videos you'd like to see from me, please comment below and let me know. And if you guys wanna chit chat about this collection, comment below and let me know what your favorite thing from this collection was. Are there any lip colors that like I just have to get? Like, tell me, like, are there lips, like, are there some nudes that I really have to get it? Let me know so I can go get them, please. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, you can just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.